Hello everyone, I welcome you all to this lecture. In this lecture, we are going to check up on variables. So, what are variables? So, to deal it with more, let me just bring up my notepad. So, what are these variables? So, these variables are reserved memory locations. They are used to store values actually. So, why variable? So, let me take an example from mathematics, which is 6x plus 7y plus 2z, and let that be equal to 0. So in this expression, the x, y and z are known as variables, and the numbers 6, 7 and 2 are known as coefficients that you might have already studied. So these variables, that is the x, y and z, can have various number of values. So likewise in Python, the variable names can have different set of values, like it can have a float, an integer value and even a string. Also you can specify as many variable names as you want. So that's how it works. So now let's jump into the program. So now let me take a as the variable name and equal to. So this is known as the assignment operator. So they are used to assign values. So let me take 1 and let me press enter. 1 is the value that has been assigned to the variable name a. If you're not sure, just print a. Now press enter. There you go. The value in a has been printed out. So you can either check this way, just press a alone and just press enter. So this works only in this console, that is when you're using single lines of coding. When you just upgrade up to multiple lines of coding, this won't help you out. So practice this, print a. So moving on to the next, let me type b and let me give value 2 to the variable b. Now the same works, print b. So let me press enter. There you go, 2. So same for c. Let me give value 3 for c and print c. That's it. So now I'm gonna add all these three values using the variable name. So d equals a plus b plus c. Now on pressing enter and print d, there you go, with number 6, 3 plus 2 plus 1. So this is how it works, the variables. So if you don't want a variable, you can even delete them. Like I don't want this value 6, it's annoying, right? So let me just take that away, del, and now use the variable name. So the variable name over here is d, so del d. Now press enter. This d has gone, so not sure, right? Let's check it. Print, not sure, right? Let's check it. Print d. There you go, with the traceback. Whereas if you type a, let me type it as print a so that you'll get used to it. There you go, you have a, and let's check whether we have b. Yes, we have b too. Let's check with c. We have c, but d alone has vanished. Yes, it's because we've deleted the variable name. So that's how this del D works. So next, let me take another set of variables. So let me take x equals 5. So let me print x. Let me check whether it works. Print x. Yes, we have 5. So now I want x to be 3. I don't want it to be 5. Not an issue. Just give x is equal to 3. Press enter. Now on giving print x, you might have a doubt whether it will be 5 or 3. Yes, it's 3. Since you've given 3, the 3 is replaced with 5. Okay, so this is how it works. It gets replaced, and let me give a value of 1. Let me press enter, and let's try multiplying it. So x, use a multiplying operator, do I, and print z. Now press enter. There you go, with 3. 3 into 1, 3. So this is how it replaces the values with the variable names. So this is how replacing works. So next one, there are some exceptions in creating a variable name. You cannot create a variable name like that. Before getting into those exceptions, I would like to tell you can even use like this. You can even use a string Python. So print a. There you go with Python. So now moving on to the exceptions. The variable name should begin with an alphabet. So a equals 1. So print a. Yes, works fine, no problem. So next, it can also begin like this, underscore a equals 1. Now print underscore a. Enter. Yes, this too works fine. The next exception is you can't use a number. Like, let's try 5 equals 1. Let me press enter. Oops, there's a syntax error. Can't assign to literal. So that's what you can't use a number for a variable name. So next one, for the variable, let me specify a variable name as age, and equals, let me give it 50. So to print age now, let me print age. Yeah, both are right? Age, age. So let me print. Why is there a traceback? I've printed that correctly. Yes. Do you know why? Those are case sensitive, which means you have to use the small letters, that is the age. In this, you have used the uppercase letter A. So now, let me print age again. Now we have it right, 50. So this is how it works. Now, moving on to the next, let me give you guys a task. Let it be a challenge. So I want hello world. I want this to get printed. So it's up to you guys to do this. Just pause this video and just carry on. Now it's time to give you the answer. So let me take the first variable, which is, let me take it as a1 and equals. So you might ask, you have used a number here. See, there's no issue over here. You can use a number after the alphabet. But if you use a number in the starting, then it'll give you an error. So this is where you have to keep things in mind. So a1 equals, let me give it as hello. And moving on to a2, and it is world. So let me give a space over here, since there is a space over here. So now I'm going to print it, b equals a1 plus a2. Now I'm going to print b. There we go, hello world. So that's it for this lecture. Hope you would have known what a variable is. So thank you.